Hi guys, I'm Bri.
And I'm Alli. This is Offscript.
If you think about it, books are potential scripts for movies.
When this adaptation happens, typically it's disappointing because they went off script.
In this series, we will be talking about how off script they went. Right.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome back.
Season 3 of Offscript.
We're here.
We're with ya.
We're back in your ears.
Oh my gosh, we've missed you.
We really have. And we're coming back at you from Wall of Books in Covington.
Yes, we have a mini-sode coming your way.
It's beautiful here. It's amazing.
So
we even
cute.
got to talk to a customer who seems to be a fan of ours now.
I know, she was asking all about us. Oh my gosh, it was
really
so cute.
sweet. I loved it.
It was fun.
Yes. But we have kind of a serious conversation to talk about right now.
So season 3 is going to look a little different at first.
Yeah, because there are things happening in Hollywood at the moment. Some of you may be aware there is a SAG-AFTRA and Writers of America Guild strike going on.
Mm-hmm. So that kind of affects our podcast a bit since we have to deal with movies and such.
Mm-hmm. And if one of us didn't have a film degree and want to someday work in that genre of career, look at me trying to say things without like saying things. Basically, if we were to release our normal content, it would make life harder for me in the future when I'm trying to get a job.
Mm-hmm.
So
And we don't want that. And then also, just in general, like, this is something you're near and dear passionate about.
yeah. So I have not seen movies in forever. What's funny is this morning when I was thinking about what I wanted to say on the podcast, I was like, I'm going to list all the movies that I haven't been able to see. And I was like, nope, you can't even list the movies that you haven't been able to see. But guys, it's been killing me because this summer so many good movies came out and I wanted to see them. But ever since the strike started, I haven't been going and watching movies. I haven't been streaming anything. Well, that only happened recently because I realized this also includes them.
Yep. And it's like, if you really want to hear how much it affects people, go back and listen to our Matt episode because he talks about it from the writer's point of view.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then a couple weeks after that is when the actors started. And also, I want to talk about how it's not just,
It's not the
it's
big
not
names.
Jennifer Aniston and just all these, Paul Rudd and
All the actors that
Ryan
you know.
Reynolds,
It's the small ones too. And like, let's be honest too, writers. We all watch movies. We all watch TV shows. You love their work, but you never think of them as people working. And right now, the situation that they're working in is just not a livable one. Kind of like everyone else in the world right now. We're all fighting to get better wages.
Mm-hmm.
We're all fighting to... What am I trying to say?
I don't know.
Everyone in a job is always thinking about how the cost of living is also going up. So then they are like, okay, so my pay should be going up. Hollywood has not been the best at keeping up with that for writers, actors, anyone.
Like we just watched Reel.
Yeah.
From, what was his name?
Oh, let me pull it up. His name is Zach Booth, and he's a New York actor.
But you've never heard of him before, but this strike is involving his livelihood.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just the big names that you're like, why do they need more money? It is not. It's the whole community.
I think that's the worst part about when anything in Hollywood goes on strike. Everyone automatically is like, they're all making so much money. We don't need to support this. But really, this affects the people who aren't making the big bucks, who are basically living paycheck to paycheck, who are struggling with things like this.
Yeah, like in his reel, he said how he can't afford healthcare anymore and stuff like that. And so we are here saying we support the strike and we're going to not, unfortunately, release our content until the strike has figured it out. So,
So hopefully that's soon. If not, we're still going to release minisodes because we can still do that. We just have to be a little bit more
cautious about what we talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So we won't be talking about different films or anything. We can still talk about books.
Yeah.
And
do fun games,
Yep.
things like that.
We have a couple remote locations we've recorded at that we can release.
Yeah.
We have some fun interviews with a certain someone possibly being able to be released.
Oh, yes.
No one famous. Sorry, guys. That sounded like we got another author.
You really made me sit there and go, who did I get?
No.
Yeah.
And so we got those coming your way.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, just for your awareness, we have recorded episodes that we can't release. So
we are ready to start. We're so looking forward to it. Literally a week before release date, I was scrolling on Facebook and I'm in a bunch of filmmaker groups, and thank God, because someone in a local filmmaker group was like, hey, anyone else a podcaster who's getting screwed by this strike now? What are we going to do? Like, how do we pivot? Which then made me look into it. I was like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
And then I realized I immediately texted Alli and was like, uh-oh. We might have to pause.
And so I'm saying this because also not only are we ready once we're ready to go, but also our several episodes will be like, this is coming out the end of August, or like we'll be talking, oh, it's Bri's birthday this week.
Yeah.
Or so we're talking as if it's coming out on the dates it's supposed to come out. So
yeah,
once it comes out, you'll be like, what is happening right now?
You'll be even more confused with our timeline. But yes, because we've been prepared for our release date for forever, and this just happened to make things a little bit more complicated. But I was also thinking what we also might end up doing, because I don't want to screw up our schedule too much, just in case the strike goes on a little bit longer than I'm anticipating it happening. And so we might just drop like 3 or 4 episodes a day.
Wow. Okay.
Well,
or
it
can take
a day, like a week.
It can take place of a
mini-sode.
So maybe we won't do a mini-sode that week. Maybe we'll get 2 main episodes.
Do 2 main episodes, yeah. We'll make sure to get you the content
this season that we promised. We just won't give it to you the day.
Able to post it when we originally were trying to post it.
But we'll figure it out. You'll get all of our episodes still, so yeah, we'll figure it out. Don't worry.
No fret. But there are some donations that if you wanted to help out with the people who are currently not getting paid for their bills, for food, for their livelihood, for their family, there are quite a few different areas where you can donate. Donate $5. That gets them probably a nice little Happy Meal. Like,
yeah, exactly. Get them some food.
Yeah. And it helps them to keep living. And those are... SAG-AFTRA has an emergency financial assistance and disaster relief fund on their website that you can go and donate to. And the Writers Guild also has good and welfare emergency assistance loans for its writers. So you can go and donate to those so that SAG and then WGA can then distribute it amongst people who need it right now. Because that's just got to be so hard. Especially the strike's already been going on for so long. So especially the writers, because the writers started it a while ago. And
started like beginning of June or something like that, right?
Yeah. And so a lot of them haven't been paid in the last 3 months. And so they're...
And that's not something you can take unemployment for, because this is your choice type of thing. So, yeah, it's tough, but you know what? They know that they deserve more, so that's why they're doing it, and we're here to support them.
Yes, we are.
You know what? We might lose listeners over this. Sorry, this is
we do not a topic dear to us.
We don't get political on this podcast, but this is something related to us, so we felt that
this was the right move. It was smart, and I also need to protect my career if at all possible.
Yes. Yep. I know. Bree texted me and she's like, so I don't know, maybe we just, I don't know, ignore this. I was like, no, we're not going to. We're not going to, because I could tell she was like, didn't know what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I was like, girl, if this was flipped and we were doing an education podcast and
They
teacher
went on
strike,
yeah.
she would like stop the podcast in a heartbeat. I was like, don't even pretend that I wouldn't. Come on, girl.
I was just like, maybe this is silly. Maybe like, because really, are they really going to go and look at this and be like, you kept posting during this, even though you weren't a part of this. But then I saw multiple people posting about how they were stopping their podcast for this. And I was like, oh, so this is real. So I'm glad we made that choice.
Better safe than sorry, right? And so, yeah, so we'll still be doing mini-sodes. We'll still come at you. We still got content for you. We're still reading over here, and
we're still trucking along.
Yeah.
It's just that at the moment we have to take a pause. All right, guys, this one's a little bit shorter.
We wanted to keep it serious and
not
give
fill
you
it
facts.
with random crap.
Yeah. But stay tuned, because next week we got actually a fun one next week.
Yeah, next week's fun. We were at the Tacoma Public Library, the South Branch.
So we were able to, they asked us to come and talk.
Which was really fun.
I know. And so we got to talk all about what's it like to podcast. Yeah. So,
yeah. Stay tuned for that.
Come and take a listen. We'll see you. We will be here all season.
Yes, we will.
All right.
Every week you'll hear from us.
Yes. New episodes every week starting this week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Oh my gosh.
Goodness.
All right. We'll see you guys.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for sticking with us.
We hope you enjoyed it.
If you did, we would greatly appreciate it if you gave us 5 beautiful stars, reviewed, and subscribed.
You can also follow us on Facebook at Offscript, on Instagram at Offscript Podcast 21, and on TikTok at Offscript_pod.
Shoutouts to Madame Shen Creations for our adorable logo art.
And Adam Daniel for our incredible theme song.
And to Creative Cinephile Productions for producing our podcast.
See you next time.